All right. So welcome back to our class. Unfortunately, I plan to have a physical class today, but since of my health condition is not really promising, so we have to do it in an online mode. So hopefully, inshallah, next week we can have a proper physical class. I am planning to have like week 12, week 13, and week 14 to be conducted in physical mode, so that we can have a face-to-face session, and I can meet you personally before the end of the semester. Okay. All right. So for today, we are going to have a look at few important things. Welcome, Prasant. We are waiting for you actually. Okay. So we are going to do few things. Number one, we are going to have a look at the weekly planner. Okay. What you are going to have for this week and the coming weeks. Okay. Then after that, we are going to have a look at the sample of your, not sample, actually the question paper for your assessment 3A and assessment 3B, which will be your final assessment. Okay. And then after that, we are also going to have a look at the handouts that we have uploaded in Kalam. Okay. So at this moment, at the same time, if you can go to Kalam, log into Kalam and go to week 10, so we can have a look at the handouts together with you at the same time. Okay. All right. So that are the three things that we are going to do today. No worries, Prasanta. Okay. It's a great thing to have you here. All right. As long as you are still here and you didn't miss out anything. Okay. All right. So there are 17 of you. Just to let you know that your final assessment will be conducted in a group. So I have thought about it. I have think about it, and then I believe that you are going to be put into five different groups. Okay, five groups, two groups consisting of four in a group. So four times by two is equal to 8, and then the other three group will consist of three more people in each group. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 8, 17. Okay, so five groups altogether. So after this, in our WhatsApp group, I'm going to post the list. So you just need to edit the list. Make sure that there are two groups consisting of 4 team members. Okay, and three more groups consisting of 3 team members altogether. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, please pay close attention to the screen. Right, before we start, I'm going to call upon your name as usual, okay, just to check your attendance. So you just need to reply by saying yes. Okay, so Brandon, you are here, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Putri Nurul Ain,
Yes, sir.
Ahmad Mustaqim,
Yes, sir.
okay, Terence Aji,
Present, sir.
all right, Muhammad Nur Shazrin,
Yes, sir.
Ahmad Aiman,
Yes, sir.
Omar,
Yes, sir.
Ahmad Izlan,
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Farish Azran. Muhammad Farish Azran,
Yes,
are you
sir.
here? Okay, all right. Prasan, you're here. Okay, I saw you. Right, Lukman Hakim.
Yes, sir.
All right, Muhammad Shafiq.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hazizi.
Present, sir.
All right, Amir Iskandar.
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Izul Zikri.
Present, sir.
Muhammad Huzain Hakim.
Absent, sir.
All right, absent.
Absent lah. Yes, sir.
All right, Muhammad Zarfan Mirza. Muhammad Zarfan, are you here? Zarfan.
I'm here.
Okay, all right. Okay, so now I'm going to share the weekly planner. All right, so please have a look at the weekly planner here. We are now in week 11 actually. Okay, but most of the contents that we are going to learn for today will be taken from week 10. So since last week was week 10, and then we have only like 3 days for week 10. And then I did ask you to do some readings, okay, and watch the videos. I hope that you really do your reading, okay, and watch the videos, okay, in week 10 under week 10 in Kalam. So today we are just going to recap, okay, or recapitulate, okay, what you have learned in week 10, okay, right. So in week 11, you are actually going to prepare your video resume, okay, and then you are also going to have a look at preparing for and attending a job interview, okay. I believe for this part, preparing for and attending a job interview, we can do it later next week, okay, when we are having our physical class, okay, face-to-face classes, okay. Right. So week 12, right, nothing over here. Week 13, right? So again, for your information, we are now in our new topic and the last topic for this semester, which is on job application process. So in week 13, in the second meeting, it will be the due date for your assessment 3A submission. Okay, your assessment 3A will be consisting of your one-page resume plus your video resume that carries 15% of your overall marks. Okay, and week 14, assessment 3B, mock job interview, 25%. And this one will be conducted in an online mode. Online in the sense that, okay, let's say group one, okay, let's say group one, there are 4 of you. So you are going to be online. Our class starts at 10 o'clock. So all 4 of you are going to be there by 10 o'clock, and we're going to start by 10:05, and we are going to end by 10:35 for group 1. And then group 2, right, the same Google Meet link, okay, you are going to start by 10:40 and we are going to end by 11:10. So 30 minutes for each group for the assessment. So that is how we are going to do it for assessment 3B mock job interview. Okay, so we'll talk about it in detail afterwards. All right. So now we are in week 11. We have 3 more weeks to go. Okay, we are now in week 11, right? And but the contents of what we are going to learn is actually taken from week 10. Okay, so enough about this. Let us have a look at the question paper that you are going to have for the assessment. There are 19 of us at this moment. Let me... Oh, okay, right. Okay, class, are you still with me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, so I'm going to put this question paper in Kalam, okay, a bit later, inshallah by today, all right, so that you can have a look at it as well. Right, so this is on assessment 3A, assessment 3A, which consists of your one-page resume and your video resume. So even though you are going to work in a group for your final assessment, okay, all of the marks will be distributed individually. I mean, you are going to be assessed individually. Okay, all right. So let's have a look at the learning outcome. So it is to express ideas effectively using appropriate language in resumes and a mock job interview. So we are going to have a look at your resume, your one-page resume, and also your video resume. And at the same time, we are going to assess you based on the mock job interview. So this is actually to equip you when you are applying for a job later on. So it means that whatever that we are teaching you for this particular topic, job application process, is actually to help you to get ready for job application later on. Okay, and maybe at the same time, if you are planning to open your or to start your own business, okay, and you want people to apply for certain position in your company, so this is going to be a good example. All right. For example, you run a business, okay, you want people to apply for certain position, and then whatever that you have learned over here will be useful when you are going to assess whether he or she will be the suitable candidate for the post that you are opening or not. Okay. So that is about job application process topic. Right. Okay. Right, the scenario given here, you have recently graduated from a local university and you are looking for a job related to your field. Okay, so first thing that you have to take into consideration that you have recently graduated. So it means that you are, anyone, what does it mean by recently graduated? Class?
Yes. Intern.
What does it mean by recently graduated?
Already graduate.
Already
Yes,
graduate,
okay,
sir.
but normally people call it as, it starts with the alphabet F.
Fresh graduate.
Fresh graduate.
Yes, correct.
Fresh.
Okay, so you need to know that you are now a fresh graduate, so you don't have like working experience. Maybe you have sort of like a working experience, but it is more on internship or maybe a part-time job, not a real job. Okay, all right, I'm not saying that it is not a real job, but you are not working for like a very long period. Okay, so you are a fresh graduate from a local university. In this context, sir, can we choose other university? No, it is going to be UMP, University Malaysia Pahang. You should be proud of it. Okay, and you are looking for a job related to your field of study. So you are doing automotive engineering. Am I correct?
No, sir. Industrial machining, sir.
I beg your pardon again. Industrial.
Industrial machining.
Industrial machining, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you are majoring in industrial machining. Okay. So you are going to find a job related to your qualification, industrial machining. Okay. All right. So instructions over here. Choose one job advertisement based on the following criteria. So in your group, all right, in your group, you are going to find one job advertisement that follows these criteria. So what are the criteria? Okay, number one, job relevancy to your field of study. Remember, each group, you are going to find one job advertisement that suits your qualification. In this context, okay, you are majoring in industrial machining. Okay, so your job advertisement should be relevant to your field of study. Okay, and each group will have different job advertisement. Okay, so there are 5 groups altogether for this section 02P. So each group, okay, will have different job advertisement. Okay, and make sure in the job advertisement it is stated that it is suitable for fresh graduates because you recently graduated. So make sure that it is stated in the job advertisement that the job is suitable for fresh graduates. Okay, and lastly, it must be stated that at least one element of soft skill is needed. Okay, what is element of soft skill? Leadership skill, management skill, communication skills. Okay, that kind of example. And of course, I'm going to share with you on, okay, in our WhatsApp group, what is the example of a good job advertisement. Okay, class, can you please mute your microphone there? Ruzain,
Mike.
yeah, thank you. Okay, all right. Okay, is it clear, class? So the
Sorry,
three
sir.
criteria. No worries, no worries. Okay, is it clear? The 3 criteria. Okay, you need to find
Yes.
one job
Yes, sir.
advertisement. Okay, make sure it is relevant to your field of study, industrial machining. Okay, and it is suitable for fresh graduate. Normally, it is stated there. Okay, for example, fresh graduates are welcome to apply. For instance, okay, all right, and then contain at least one element of soft skill. Okay, we are looking for potential candidate with good management skills, for example. All right, so good if you understand what do you need to do. Okay, all right. So the job advertisement must be approved by your instructor. So within this week, all right. So this is your task. You and your team members, okay, in the group, you need to find a job advertisement, share it with me. Okay, you can WhatsApp me personally or you can put it in the group. All right, and then once it is approved, then you can start working on it. Okay, so you need to get the approval from me because I'm going to check whether it is suitable for your field of study, whether it is suitable for fresh graduate, and whether the job advertisement consists of one element of soft skill at least. Right. So based on the advertisement, prepare the following documents. Okay, you need to prepare two things. Number one will be your resume. In this context, it is going to be a one-page resume. All right, and then you also need to prepare your own video resume. Okay, what is it about? Right, let's talk about it afterwards. Okay, so these documents must be submitted latest by Sunday, 16 January 2022 to the online platform that has been prescribed by your course instructor. So in this context, we are using Google Classroom. So by Sunday, 16 January, you need to submit three things actually. Okay, what will be the third thing? Okay, I will inform you later. But now, okay, you need to make sure that by 16 January 2022, you need to submit your one-page resume and also your video resume. Okay, but for the video resume, I want you to record it. Okay, and then you can record anywhere in the campus. Okay, it is not necessarily only in the room. You can record it outside or you can record it in the lab, for example, as long as we can listen to your voice, as long as it is not unclear. Okay, it is clear, meaning that we can listen to your voices. The view is clear. Okay, and then you are not like causing any danger to yourself as well. Okay, so if you're going to record it in the lab, you can do so, but make sure we can listen to your voice clearly and there will be no hazard, okay, at the lab, right, when you are recording the video resume. Okay, and the video resume need to be recorded. Okay, you can use your own smartphone, okay, and then you upload it to YouTube. So in the submission for Google Classroom, the only document that you're going to send, okay, will be two things. One of it will be a resume, your one-page resume, and then you just share the link of your video resume there. And make sure that the video resume should be either in public or unlisted mode, not private. Okay, right. So that is how you are supposed to submit your work for the assessment 3A. Right. So there will be three things actually, but what will be the third thing, I will inform you later. Okay, right. So this is how we are going to award you the marks for the video resume. And if you scroll down lastly, so this will be the marks for the one-page resume. So it's very simple, it's very straightforward, but make sure that you put all of the relevant information in the page, okay, or in the one-page resume. Okay, what you need to include, I will talk about it afterwards, okay? All right, so here are the instructions. Choose one job advertisement. We have talked about this, okay? All right, for the resume, prepare a one-page resume with a picture of the applicant. So we need to have your own picture and it should be professional look picture, okay? According to the same job advertisement chosen. So the job advertisement that you and your group members need to find should get my approval, should be approved by me. And then after that, okay, the same job advertisement, you will use it for assessment 3A and assessment 3B. All right, so it's very clear. Okay, so and then for the one-page resume, you need to name the file as this one. Okay, your full name, student ID, section, okay, 02P, and then you just write resume. So example given here, Faiz Suhaimi, ID number, section, and then resume. So this is how you are supposed to write it, okay, or to name your file and submit it to Google Classroom, right? So for video resume, using the same job advertisement, prepare a 2-minute video resume describing yourself using any visual and audio material available. Okay, so only 2 minutes. the video should not be longer than 2 minutes. It should be within 2 minutes. Okay. And you can use animation, you can use your own images, pictures and such, but not only animation. Okay, so if you're asking me, sir, can we just use animation for video resume? No. Okay, because when you are applying for a job, people need to know you. Who are you? Okay, so you can combine your own images, your own recording together with the animation, then you can create it up to 2 minutes of a video resume. Right. So there is no predetermined format or script norms for the production of the video. So you don't have to come with the script and such. Okay. But you must make sure that your video resume must highlight it, okay, or showcase on these particular things. Okay, what are the things? Basic information about you. For example, your name and the position that you are applying for. Okay, for example, my name. Hi, everyone. My name is Muhammad Shafilur Zaman bin Abdul Majid, and I am applying for the position of industrial machinist, for example. Okay, so based on your qualification and the job advertisement, you need to highlight what is the position that you are applying for. Right. General career objective, okay? So this is how you're supposed to pronounce it. Career, like kuih career, okay? But it is not career, okay? Because the spelling is different and the way you are pronouncing it is also different. Okay, so the career objective should be tailored to the job advertisement. So meaning that you need to go through your job advertisement carefully, and then from there you need to create your career objective. Okay, so never mind, don't worry about this. Once you have gotten me the job advertisement, we are going to discuss about it. Okay, and I will help you on how to create your career objective. Okay, and then all position as stated in the job advertisement. Okay, so your career objective can be general, but at the same time, you can also have a career objective that suits the position that you are applying for. Okay, all right. Educational background includes details of 2 highest qualifications. So assuming that you have graduated from UMP, so you are going to have your qualification stated in the video resume. So I have recently graduated from University Malaysia Pahang, majoring in bachelor's degree of industrial machining, for example. Before this, I studied at Vocational College, Malacca, for instance, okay, with a diploma in SKM or SKM level 4, for example. So you need to highlight 2 of your highest qualification. The recent one is going to be your bachelor's degree. The second one will be your previous qualification. Okay. Then you should also talk about your working experiences. So any working experience, for example, internship or part-time work, or maybe, okay, after you have completed your vocational college study, you work for 2 years. And then after that, seeing a need for you to further your study, then you continue your study at UMP and you have just recently graduated. So you can have that kind of working experiences. Okay, right. So it can be about your internship, it can be about your part-time work, or maybe you work for like a period of time after you have just graduated before this, then you start continuing your study now and you have just completed it, then you can also use that working experiences. Okay, right. What are the skills that you have? Okay, technical skills and soft skills related to the job advertisement. Okay, for example, industrial machining requires you to be good at AutoCAD or 3D drawing. Okay, for example. So you can highlight that, and it falls under technical skills. Okay, soft skills such as leadership skill. Okay, for example, I have led a program before this at UMP whereby it involves 300 participants, okay, coming from the students from the campus and also from schools around the university, for example. Okay, so that is on leadership skill. So if you're asking me, sir, can we use the leadership skill as we are the group admin for several WhatsApp group? No, it is not related at all. Okay, all right. So soft skills here, meaning that leadership skill. Okay, and then when you highlighted about that particular information, it means that you have done something. Okay, no WhatsApp group admin because it cannot be considered as leadership skill. So that is irrelevant. Okay, and lastly, your interest or your hobbies or your personalities that can be added values. For example, okay, all right, you can say that you like to read books, okay, or manuals, okay, or you like to watch how it is made, okay. So when you highlight about that particular thing, you can relate it to the soft skills, okay, element. For example, okay, let's say you like to read manuals. So when it comes to working experience, or maybe you can talk about it, okay, since that you have a good what do you call it, reading skills, okay, you know how to perform the task based on the given instructions. Okay, so when they have the SOP given to you, since that you are good at reading manuals, so you will know how to perform the task. So that is how you are supposed to highlight it. Okay, right. So any questions, class, for this video resume so far?
No.
No,
No
sir.
question?
Okay.
No, sir.
All right, great. Okay. Right. So requirements for video resume. So this is an individual work. Okay. So there are 17 of you. So 17 video resume altogether that we have to watch and assess later on. Okay. Then dress professionally and maintain a professional demeanor. Okay. So meaning that you need to dress professionally. Okay. So no round neck t-shirt, no jeans, no singlet, that kind of attire. So you are applying for a job, and when you are applying for a job, of course, you need to dress professionally. So the video should not be more than 2 minutes. Okay, minimum is 1 minute 30 seconds. Maximum is 2 minutes. All right. So try to maybe speak less, okay, but highlight more on your expertise, okay, your skills, for example. So the video can be saved in any format, no problem, okay, but make sure that you once you have edited the video, you can upload it to YouTube. You need to upload it to YouTube, and then you need to share the link in Google Classroom. Okay, so the video must be creative and inspiring. Okay, you can look at some examples after this. All right. And do not provide personal information in the video. For example, your phone number or your Skype address, okay, or account, but please provide your email address. So in the video resume, you just need to include your email address, because your phone number, your other relevant information, you can put it in the resume or one-page resume. Right. Okay, do not use music protected by copyright to avoid copyright infringement on social media platform. In case you have to, please cite the source properly or give proper credit. Okay, in this context, since that you need to upload it to YouTube, my suggestion, if you are using editing apps, okay, video editing apps like VN Editor or Splice or what else? CapCut, for instance, okay? So use only the music given there in a free version. I mean that there will not be any copyright issues. Okay, so do not use any background music that belongs to any copyrighted parties. So avoid using music. Okay, only use the one given in the video editing application. Okay, so you don't have to name it like this. Okay, but if you still want to submit the raw version, I mean not uploaded to the YouTube version. So you can do so, but please name your file as this one. Okay, this is how you are supposed to do it. Okay, so you can submit the one-page resume in PDF form, please. Okay, in PDF form. All right, you name it according to the one suggested before on top of this instruction. And then you can also submit your video resume. Okay, you can use the YouTube link. And at the same time, okay, as a backup plan, maybe you can also submit the raw video that you have edited and you just put it in the Google Classroom. Okay, so you name it as this one. All right. So the same thing over here. The resume and video resume must be submitted latest by Sunday, 16 January 2022 to the online platform that has been prescribed by your course instructor. So today is 4th of January. So we have like 12 days to go. Okay. And I believe you can do that. All right. Okay. So if you're asking me, sir, can we show you the example of our video resume before we submit it? Yes, you can give it to me. Okay, I'll give my feedback regarding it. Then you can upload it. Okay, any question regarding assessment 3A?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So no question about assessment 3A. Let's move on to assessment 3B here. So this will be your assessment 3B. Okay, as you can see, it is a mock job interview. It carries 25% of your overall marks, okay, for this semester. So you're going to work in a group of 4, okay, or 3. So as I have told you, there will be 5 groups altogether for our section. So 2 groups consisting of 4 each member, okay, and the rest 3 groups are going to have 3 individuals in each group. Okay, so I'll skip this part. It is the same actually. So you are not going to be assigned, but I am giving you the freedom to choose your group members. Okay, so you have applied for a job and the organization has arranged for an interview with shortlisted candidates, including you. So your one-page resume and also your video resume, okay, will be there earlier. So after we have read or go through your one-page resume and also your video resume, after we have watched it, okay, we are going to call you for an interview. So it means that you are the shortlisted candidates. We are interested to hire you, so we want to know more about you. Okay, so the following are 2 interview stages candidates will have to go through. So there are 2 stages for the mock job interview. Stage 1, formal interview with an interviewer. So most probably it's going to be me, okay, or maybe Dr. Fatima, all right? I'm not sure about that, okay? So in this stage, you are required to respond to questions relating to job descriptions, qualification, and or experiences. So how many questions altogether? If you scroll down to the marking part over here, okay, so you can see on the content here, there will be only 3 questions from the interviewer. Only 3 questions. Question 1, question 2, and question 3. But the most common question for question number 1 will be, tell me about yourself. Okay, so that will be the first question and you need to get prepared for it. Okay, all right. So the other 2 questions, all right, will be about maybe related to job descriptions, okay, your qualifications or maybe your experiences and how you are going to relate that information to the job that you are applying for. Okay, right. Stage 2, okay, so 15 minutes for stage 1 and then 10 minutes for stage 2. Stage 2 will be group discussion. So you and your team members, 4 of you or 3 of you, you are going to discuss on a topic. So we are going to do this exercises, not this week, okay, later on, maybe next week or the following week, okay, so that you will have a clearer picture of how you are going to have it. Okay, so upon completion of stage 1, you will have to go through a group discussion. You will be given a topic in which you have to respond accordingly within your group. Additionally, all candidates should take equal turn in responding to the topic of discussion. Okay, so within 10 minutes, the topic will be given to you. Everyone in the group should be giving their own opinion. Okay, if you disagree, you have to state the reason why. If you agree, you have to give the reason why you agree. Okay, no conflict. This is just a discussion. Everyone can have their own opinion. Okay, but it depends. Towards the end of the discussion, you need to come to a conclusion or consensus. You agree or disagree to the topic, right? So let's say, for example, the topic, okay, this is not the one that you are going to have. UMP is one of the best technical universities in Malaysia, for instance. Okay, so you discuss about it, you discuss in terms of academic, you discuss in terms of co-curricular activities, and then you're going to talk about the facilities, okay, and maybe you're going to talk about the learning process, okay, right? So you have 4 points being discussed, and towards the end of the discussion, you're going to state whether you agree or disagree to the topic. Okay, right. So assessment 3B, these are the reminders, okay? You are required to assume that you have just recently graduated, fresh graduates, okay? And will be preparing to attend an interview using the same job advertisement you have chosen and used in assessment 3A. Okay? Right, so the maximum number of groups in each class is 8, so we have 5. That is good, okay? Ensure that you have relevant interview supporting documents, okay, or certificates during the interview session. So students need to include 1 certificate for the highest level of education completed. So you have just recently graduated from UMP, assuming that, okay, so you can use the examination result slip for the past semester. I mean, you can take it from previous semester or the one that you think is the most highest or the highest achievement, okay, the highest achieved examination result, for example. Okay, you can take it, the examination slip, okay, from previous semester, okay, I mean from past semester, or the one that you think you can highlight. Okay, that is going to be number 1. Number 2, 1 certificate for the second highest level of education completed. For example, your diploma or your matriculation or your STPM or your STEM or any other relevant certificate. Okay, for instance, you have completed your vocational college education and you have gotten your diploma, for instance. So you can use that diploma, or you have SKM level 4 certificate. So you can use that certificate as well. Okay, so that will be number 2. Number 3, 1 co-curricular or extracurricular activity certificate from UMP. So the one that you attended, even though it is an online workshop, trainings, okay, for example, so you can still use the certificate and you attach it together. So where are you going to submit this? This one is going to be submitted in assessment 3A. Remember, I have talked about there are 3 things that you're going to submit for assessment 3A. Number 1 will be your 1-page resume. Number 2 will be your video resume link, okay, in a YouTube link. And number 3 will be the certificates. So you just need to prepare 3 certificates. 1 will be the examination slip of your study in UMP. Number 2 will be your second highest level of education that you have completed. Okay, maybe your diploma or SKM level 4. And lastly, your co-curricular or extracurricular activity certificate from UMP. Okay, so you need to submit all of these 3 things in Google Classroom under assessment 3A. Okay, Right. So number 4, the first 4 or 3 groups will attend the interview during the first class meeting. Okay, we'll see about it, whether we can complete everything, okay, within one meeting. So this means if there are 4 groups or less, the interview will be conducted during the first meeting only. Okay, you don't have to worry about this. So the course instructor will notify the students' date and time for the interview slot. So students need to be punctual and should be ready for the interview 10 minutes before their time. The morning session will begin at 8:05 a.m. Okay, for example here, right, let's say our class starts at 10 o'clock. So 10:05, okay, 10, 5 minutes, okay, 10 and 5 minutes, right? So we will begin with group number 1 and they will take half an hour, 30 minutes. So the first group will end the job interview, the mock job interview and everything, okay, within 30 minutes. So they are going to end by 10:35. Okay, so in our WhatsApp group, I'm going to share the link to the Google Meet session. So 10:05 to 10:35, the first group, you need to join the session and we are going to start the mock job interview. Okay, by 10:35, once we have ended with the first group, I'm going to inform in our WhatsApp group, okay, the second group, you can join the session now. So the second group, you will start by 10:40 up until 11:10. Okay, so that will be group number 2. Group number 3 will be continuing. Okay, so that's how you are supposed to join in. Okay, and I will inform how many groups are we going to have for each day. Okay, right. So if a life emergency happens or sudden illness, okay, for example, with medical certificate or appointment, and the students cannot give 24-hour notice, they need to contact the course instructor or the interviewer as soon as possible to let them know what happened. Okay, so please let me know if you couldn't make it to the mock job interview and give the reason why, a valid one. Okay, so you can scroll down towards the end of this page later on and then you can see at the marking scheme, how do we award you the marks. Okay, so that's all about assessment 3B. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, right. So I hope it is clear now, okay, what you are supposed to do. So first thing first, each group, okay, after this, I'm going to post the list in our WhatsApp group. You just need to edit the list, state who will be your group members, your full name and your ID number. Okay, put it there, all right? And then after that, in your group, you need to find one job advertisement that suits your qualification. So you are majoring in industrial machining. So you need to find a job advertisement that suits your qualification. Where to get it? You can get it from JobStreet. You can get it from any other platform. Okay, it is up to you. No problem, right? So that will be about assessment 3B. Okay. So if you go to Kalam, right, I'm showing you now the page on Kalam. So under week 10, module 3, job application process. So we have uploaded actually 3 handouts. Number 1, job searching and preparing for employment. Number 2, preparing for employment documents. And then number 3, preparing for video resume. So last week, I have shared with you the video that I have recorded on job application process. So it is the simplified version whereby most of the information I have taken from these 3 handouts. So you have to go through it in detail so that you will know what you are supposed to learn. And if you need further clarification, you can also get it by reading the whole handouts. Okay, so I'm going to go through it one by one, but not in detail. Okay, we just go through it one by one. So this is the first handout, job search and preparing for employment. Okay, job search skills. Right, this is knowing about yourself, your skills, your personality, interests, values, and needs. Okay, so what do you need to do when it comes to certain part of it? Okay, so this is on job hunting strategies. Aim for the right target. Of course, when you are applying for a job, you are going to firstly look at a job, okay, or you are going to find a job that suits your qualification. That will be your first target. Okay, right. What does it mean by cold calls? Okay, I've mentioned about this in the recorded video. Okay, and then we have phone call itself. Okay, sending emails, right? And how you are supposed to do it. It is also in this handout. They work the network, meaning that, okay, some people call it as cable, but it is not cable actually. Let's say you know somebody working in that particular company, and then you wanted to know whether there is any job opening or not. So you are going to contact this particular person. Okay, maybe he or she is your friend, and then you're going to ask about it. Okay, here are some other strategies. Self-profiling. So this is actually good when you are going to answer the first question in the mock job interview. And I believe most of the job interview later on, when you are going to attend it, the first question is going to be the same. Tell me or tell us about yourself. Okay, so this is where you are going to highlight some important things about you. Okay, for example, your skills, your interests, what makes you the best candidate, and so on and so forth. Okay, so researching for employers, where do you get the information from? Okay, we talk about social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, blogs, websites, e-portfolios. Okay, so in the recorded video that I've shared last week, okay, I talk about digital footprint. Why? Because, okay, on behalf of you, all right, I mean, when we are talking about you, you should also consider about these things because, okay, whatever that you are posting, okay, whatever that you have posted online in your social media will be visible there, okay, until the end of the day. We never know about it, okay? So it is called a digital footprint. So potential employer, when they are going to hire certain people, okay, for certain positions, they are going to do some background research about that particular person. So they are going to check everything. I mean, where do you live, right? How do you behave? What kind of things that you normally share in the social media. So they are going to watch or look about everything. Even though you put it into private, they can still access it. So please be very careful whenever you are posting something on social media, your Instagram or your Twitter, okay, for example, right? Because that will reflect who you are in real life, okay? So when you have something that you are not satisfied with, I mean, you can complain, but you make a constructive complaint. I mean, something that is good. Do not curse and such, okay? Or do not back pointing at certain groups of people because who knows in the future you are going to work for them. So you have to be very careful about this. So this is what we talk about digital footprint, okay? If you need further clarification about it, I can explain to you afterwards, all right? So this is about the social media. So you can just go through it. LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, blogs, website, your portfolio. So email etiquette, okay? I will record a short video, okay, about 3 important things that you need to have when you are applying for a job, okay? One of it will be a good writing skill, and it is also related to email etiquette, okay? I will record it, and then I will share with you afterwards, okay? Maybe you are not using it now, but in the future, it will be useful. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to write an email applying for a job. So as you can see over here, it is very straightforward, right? Let's say you know the name of the person. The one that you are going to send the email to. So this is how you're supposed to write it. I am writing to apply for the post of computer programmer. So this is the reason you are sending the email. Where do you get the information from? The job advertisement was advertised in Malay Mail dated 10 March 2019. Okay, then you're going to highlight as you are a graduate from this university, and then this is your qualification. and that is the reason why you are applying for a job. So in yellow will be about your personal information. In green over here will be your skills. The one in red, okay, will be your soft skills. Okay, this will be the one in green will be your technical skills. The one in red will be your soft skills. Okay, and then lastly, I have attached my resume, which contains detailed descriptions of my skill and qualification. So you are not going to tell everything in the email, right? You just need to go straight forward, but you are also telling them that you are attaching your resume in case they want to know more about you. And also, please state your interest of being called to an interview. All right, and you put in your phone number there as well. So this is how you're supposed to write the email. All right, so I believe that's all about the first handout over here. Let's move on to the second handout. Preparing for employment documents. Okay, this one comes with the audio recording, so you can read the handouts and you listen to the recording as well, okay, at the same time. Okay, so the differences between CV and resume, curriculum vitae and resume. So CV is longer compared to resume, and your one-page resume is only one page. Okay, all right. So these are the differences. The reason why we are sending a resume. Okay, there are 4 types of resume. Okay, this is the basic outlook of a resume. So chronological resume, this is the sample. Functional resume, okay, this one is suitable for you since that you are a fresh graduate. Okay, so this is the one that you are going to do. But remember, okay, it is going to be a one-page resume, and I prefer it to be an infographic resume. So I will share the example to you so you can have a look at it, and then you're going to produce your own one-page resume later on. Combination resume, okay, chronological and functional, and targeted resume. So you can go through this handout and listen to the recording at the same time, so you will have a clearer understanding what does it mean by that. Okay, so these are the things that you need to have in your one-page resume: your contact information, objective, education, experience, skills, referees or references. Okay, so what do we need to have in each part of it? So contact information, you need to put your name, okay, your full name, of course, your phone, okay, it can be either your mobile or home phone number, or you can have both. All right, professional email address, okay, so your own formal email address. Okay, in my context, for example, shafirul@ump.edu.my. Okay, or if I'm using my own personal email, it is shafirulzaman@gmail.com. Okay, so you need to create at least one professional email address for this purpose. Okay, no onepunchman@gmail.com, no Naruto Shippuden@gmail.com. It is not professional. Okay, you need to have one professional email address. And then you also need to state your home address. Okay, where do you live? Right? So the objective, okay, you can go through this on your own. The career objective, it can be in general or it can be related to the job that you are applying for. So this is the example of it. Okay, so this is the one that you should look for, not this one. Okay, not this one. This is not relevant. Okay, this is the one that you should look for. Education background, okay, remember to highlight 2 highest qualification. Okay, so example given here, the first one is going to be your degree. Okay, this is how you're supposed to arrange it. Name of the university, University Malaysia Pahang, okay, comma, the city, Pekan, and then the state, Pahang. Years attended and graduating, and your CGPA. So you need to have all 4 of these elements in your first qualification. Okay. The second highest qualification will be the same. So let's say this is SKM level 4, for example. Name of the college, okay, let's say vocational college. Okay, city is Malacca, state is also Malacca. Okay, the year that you attended it, right? Let's assume that you graduated in 2021, so you are applying for the job in 2022. So this one you should arrange it accordingly. Of course, I'm going to give my feedback. Okay, if you ask me to give my feedback, okay, regarding your one-page resume and also your video resume, I can read, I can go through it, I can watch it, and then I will give my feedback, of course, and your CGPA as well. Don't forget. So you need to have all four of these in your educational background information. Your working experience, okay? All right. So let's say you two job title, okay, two job title. All right, you need to have two. What is the position of your title? Okay, let's say internship, during your internship, right? Internship trainee, for example. What is the name of the company? The year 2021. Okay, since that you graduated last year. And then what is the job description? Provide at least two job descriptions where one job description was mentioned in the advertisement. So if it is internship, of course, it is related to your field of study. Okay. So job or title post number 2, position title. So maybe this is a part-time job. Okay. What is the name of the company, the year? Okay, and then description of the job. So for this part, the second job, okay, experience, it can be related to the job advertisement or it cannot be related. So no problem about this. But the first one, okay, let's say this is internship, you're just going to assume that this is related to your field of study or the job advertisement. Okay, the skills, technical skills, okay, and also your soft skill. So it is over here. Right? The referees or references, okay, you can write it based on two conditions. Okay, number one, you can put it like this, available upon request, or you can put it like this. Okay, when you have the name of the referees, so this is how you are supposed to do it. Or let's say you don't want to give it in the beginning, okay, only after if they ask, then you are going to give the referee's name. So you can write it like this, available upon request. Okay, available upon request. Right? So you cannot use the same resume for all of the job that you are applying for. Sometimes you need to put it, like very special. So this resume is for this job application, for example. So this is how you're supposed to highlight it. Okay, this is the overall look. This is on the detailed version. Okay, full name, address, phone number, email address. Okay, career objective, educational background. Okay, working experiences, internship. All right. So January 2012 to June 2012. Okay, 6 months. So what is the description? Okay, temporary sales promoter, not related to the job that he or she is applying for, but this is still considered as working experience. Okay. And then the skills, technical skills, computer technical skills, and then your soft skills over here. Okay, here are some of the achievements, and you can see over here the referees. So you can write it like this, or you can write it available upon request. No problem. Okay. All right. So here are the languages for resumes. Okay, some words that you can use when you are preparing for resume. So you can go through it on your own. I'm not going to go into detail about this. Okay. Right. So this is just on exercises. Okay. So that's all about the second handouts. Preparing for video resume over here. So this is also recorded, okay, with audio recorded or audio recording. So you can look at the examples given here, right? And this one is taken from your senior. So you can also watch this example of video resume. Okay, all right. So if you go to Kalam, okay, you can find these 3 handouts under week 10. Okay, and then you need to watch these 5 videos. Tell me about yourself, and these are the kind of answers that we are expecting for the first question in mock job interview. Tell me about yourself. Okay, then at the same time, if you scroll down a bit, then you are going to have a look at the sample of 2 video resume. Okay, I will find other example and then I will share it in our group so that you can also watch it in terms of UMP students. Okay, I mean your seniors, what they have done, and you can try to get some ideas from their own video resume. Okay, so that's all from me. Any question, class?
No, sir.
So far, no, sir.
All right. So remember, I'm going to share the list in our WhatsApp group. So you just need to edit the list by putting in your full name and your ID number. Okay, there are 2 groups working in 4, and the remaining 3 groups are going to work with 3 members in each group. Okay, right, 3 group members in each group. And find a job advertisement within this week. Okay, hopefully as soon as possible. Share it with me so that I can give my responses or feedback regarding it. Okay, so I believe that's all from me. If there is any other question that you would like to ask later on in the group, do not hesitate to do so. Please ask me. And thank you for joining my class today. It's only for 1 hour. Okay, so I'm leaving you with the remaining 1 hour to discuss and to find the job advertisement that you need to look for and get my approval. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording now. And again,